Hi, my name is Rebecca Deardorff. This is my patient Jake, and today we're going to be doing a focused abdominal assessment on him. So the first thing when a patient comes in for an abdominal assessment, we're just going to inspect. So we're going to start out just by looking at his skin, make sure we don't notice any rashes, lesions, scars, stretch marks, nothing like that. We're going to look at the symmetry of his abdomen. We're going to look in the umbilicus area, make sure that we don't notice any inflammation or any bulging spots. That could be a hernia. And then we're also going to look for peristalsis and any aortic pulsation. So if you don't care, just lift your shirt up. I can see the contour. His abdomen is flat. It looks symmetrical. I'm not noticing any pulsations, bulges, masses, no skin lesions or discolorations or anything like that. So just by looking at his abdomen, I think he looks okay. Now on for auscultation. I actually left my stethoscope at work today, so I'm not going to be able to auscultate Jake, but in the real world setting during an abdominal assessment, I would auscultate in all four quadrants along the mid-clavicular line, noting the character and frequency of the sounds. I would also listen over the aortic area, the renal arteries, and the iliac area to make sure we're not hearing any bruits or anything like that. So finishing up auscultation, the last thing we would listen to, we would auscultate over the liver and spleen and try to note either venous hums or friction rubs. On to percussion. We are going to percuss all 9 areas of the abdomen. We are going to hyperextend our middle finger and place our hand on the surface of the skin, and then with the other hand strike with the middle finger. So I'm going to have you lift your shirt up a little bit, and we're going to try to distinguish if there's any dullness or tympany. So that's what we're looking for here. For percussion, we are going to measure the span of dullness. So we're going to start at the mid-clavicular line right under the breast, and we're going to percuss downward until we reach that dullness. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to work up from the umbilicus until we feel the dullness. And that will give us our span. Assess for splenomegaly. So on the left side, we are going to percuss at the lowest intercostal space. Working up, and I'm going to have you take a deep breath for me while I percuss, okay? Moving on to palpation, we are going to assess for any tenderness or masses in the abdomen. So we're going to start with light palpation. So we're just going to very gently press on his abdomen in all 4 quadrants, and I just need you to tell me if you're feeling any tenderness, okay? Any tenderness?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Okay. Then after the light palpation, we're going to go a little bit deeper and do the deep palpation. So let me know again if you're having any tenderness. Any tenderness there?
Nope.
Any up here?
Nope.
Any tenderness?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, perfect. The next thing we're going to check for is rebound tenderness. So what I'm going to do is press down, and then whenever I release my hand, let me know if you feel any tenderness after I release, okay? Any
Nope.
tenderness?
Nope.
Okay, so that all looks good. Okay, next for palpation, we're going to try to find the edge of the liver. So I'm going to place my left hand around the 11th or 12th intercostal space posteriorly. I'm going to take my right hand and press downwards and upwards and see if I can feel the edge of the liver. We're also going to try to palpate the edge of the spleen along with the kidneys. Look here. I'm not feeling any masses, you're not having any tenderness. Also palpate the aortic width. So with your fingertips, I'm just going to press down, try to find each side of that aorta to determine the width. We're also going to check for some CVA tenderness, check kidney inflammation. So you're going to feel like a little bit of a strike. I'm going to use fist percussion to test for this. Let me know if you have any pain with this, okay? Any pain?
Nope. Nope.
All right, another thing we're going to check for is ascites and the shifting dullness in the abdomen. So we're going to percuss, starting at the side to the middle of the abdomen. Let's see here. Okay, now I'm going to have the patient roll to your side for me. We're going to do the same thing, make sure we can still feel the dullness and tympany at the same spots. We're going to check for appendicitis as well. So I'm going to start by doing the Robsing sign. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the left side of his abdomen, and I want you to let me know if you have pain on the right side after I do it, okay? Lift up your shirt here. A little bit of pressure and then a quick release. Do you have any pain?
Nope.
Okay. The next thing we're going to check, let me know if you have any pain. I'm just going to lift your leg just slightly to see if you have any pain in your appendix area while I'm lifting it. So just let me know if you start to have any pain. Straighten your foot out here. Any pain?
Nope.
Okay. We're going to check for is cholecystitis or inflammation of the gallbladder. So we're going to come up to the right upper quadrant. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure right here in the gallbladder area, and I'm going to put some pressure. I need you to breathe in for me, and if you have any pain on inspiration, you let me know, okay? Go ahead and take a breath for me. Any pain?
Nope.